Hey, what's going on, guys? Carter here with Edge Mindset. We've got another unboxing. All right, stick around for this one because this one's awesome. And I know I say that on every unboxing, and there's a reason I say that on every unboxing. That's because I buy stuff for a reason. Like, I buy things that I think are going to be cool, and I've been around in this game long enough that I'm usually right. So I think that's going to be the case here. And let's be honest, this particular knife isn't necessarily taking any risks or anything. I've featured a similar knife on this channel before. I'm a big fan of the platform. I'm a big fan of the company. And I think we're gonna, we're gonna see the same thing here. So let's take a look. Coming in from NC Blade, I really like these guys. They just have that human touch that they put into their packaging, and it just kind of reminds you that there's people on the other end of these deals, right? These are real people. Got a cool sticker here with a hedgehog and a glycon of all things. That's very cool. Love that. You got the usual candy here, Sour Patch Kids, with another sticker. We've got the envelope with a wax seal and a joke. What's the joke? Why was the broom late for school? Took me a minute to read that. It overswept. Hey-o! I'll be here all weekend, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to tip your waiter. And we got some cool pumpkin packaging here, almost like a little present. It's like a little Halloween present coming from NC Blade. Go check them out. They're not affiliated with the channel. I don't have any affiliate links, or like they've never hooked me up or sent me anything. I've met him at Blade Show West, and super cool dude. I didn't get to meet his wife, but I met him, and super cool guy. He chatted with me for a long time. I told him that the night before I had purchased a knife, and he thought that was cool. So just a good company, but yeah, I'm not associated with him. I don't have any connections to him or anything like that, but always been a fan. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. It is sharp. Look at the knife. Look how cool that is. So this is a new edition of the Scarab. That is right. This has just come out in the sand coloration. I really love that contrast. We've got the dark pocket clip with the hardware, with the dark button. Is that Cerakote or DLC? I know the blade. Let's take a look at the blade. Woo! I know the blade is Cerakote. It looks like everything's Cerakote. I would assume it's probably Cerakote. I don't think they would spring for DLC on the hardware and then just do Cerakote on the blade. Very cool. Cerakote's good stuff. You know, it is just paint, but it's tough stuff. It's as tough as paint can get. But here's the thing. So there's two cool things about this knife. One is this DES blade shape, which stands for double edge, drop point. Oh man, I don't remember. I used to know what it stood for. The DES specifically stands for something. Double edge, single. I don't remember what it is. My bad. Maybe I'll edit that out because it makes me look like an idiot. But it's a classic blade shape for the Scarab. It went away for a long time. Last year it showed up in some customs. And then this year it showed up in the production versions, which is what we have right here. Man, that is like really goobery on there. We're going to clean that off because it's just going to bug me. It's got some dog snot or something going on in there. So really cool. You can see it's got a flat edge or a straight edge on the top. It is sharpened, and then it's got a drop point. And this still is not coming off here. Okay, there we go. Drop point on the bottom, which gives you it's such a wicked looking blade. I really like the look of this thing. I always have. It's probably my favorite blade shape in any Microtech that they offer. I absolutely love it. The most coveted version is the one that has serrations on the top. And I believe they are going to be releasing this exact knife in that configuration. I didn't find out about that until I already had this one coming in. So unfortunately, it would have been nice to get the one with the serrations on the top. But this one is still cool nonetheless. Now, I've been rambling, but there's another reason this is cool, and that is that the chassis is made of 70-75 aluminum instead of 60-61 aluminum, which is a big deal. That's one of the things that I've been begging from Microtech for a while now. Let's upgrade that aluminum to 70-75 because all around it's just better. It's stronger. It's less prone to dings. Like it's just better all the way around. And from a user standpoint, you lose nothing. Now, from a manufacturer standpoint, it's more expensive and it's a little more difficult to machine. But from a user standpoint, you lose nothing. It doesn't add significant weight. In fact, I don't know if it adds any weight. It just makes for a better and stronger aluminum housing. 5.8 ounces on here. In fact, let me go weigh this against a standard DES Scarab. Hold on. Okay, I am back. I have a standard DES in the apocalyptic finish, so this is the exact same model. Everything should be the same. It should weigh the exact same, I think, in theory. The only difference is this has the, I guess, the weight of the paint would be the only thing. So 5.8 ounces, 5.8 ounces. So it's the exact same weight. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a way to verify it's 70-75. So we'll kind of have to take Microtech's word for it, but that's what they say. It's 70-75. So I am going to have to agree with them. Another thing that I really like about these Scarabs. Sorry, got to catch my breath. I ran to grab this knife. I was just so excited to share this with you. I didn't breathe. One of the critiques that Microtech has faced for a long time is billboarding, right? And still to this day, a lot of people hate the billboarding. The Scarab 2 Gen 3 is it's a departure from that. You can see all it says is Scarab 2 right there. Nothing on the other side. There's not a Microtech logo on this knife. And then on the pocket clip, you just have, if we could focus, you just have the Scarab right there. That's it. Not even, no serial number, no date, nothing. Just the Scarab and the Scarab 2 right there. So if you have avoided Microtech because of billboarding and it kind of bugged you and you just didn't like it, check out the Scarab 2. I think you might like it. Let's take a closer look on the scales here. You can see a little bit of grain pattern going on there. This sand is kind of cool. I'm not sure exactly what it is because it almost seems similar to the natural finish. Obviously, it has a little kind of a yellowish, goldish type color, but it's a nice contrasty color that's not white and it's not raw aluminum, but it's different than the natural clear, so I think it looks pretty good. Another thing that I really liked about this knife is I'm not the biggest fan of two-tone blades when they are black and white. I'm okay when they're two-tone and they're kind of like this, where it's just a subtle difference between finishes. You know, this I actually really like. I like how the flats kind of pop on here. But generally, I don't like black and white blades. This one gets a pass because it's so slight. The flats are just really these lines here. And it actually, I don't know, I think it makes it look better. This is one of the few two-tone blades that I think really look good. Most of the Microtech two-tones I avoid. And there's a lot of really cool models, and I like the dark hardware, especially against like a light frame. But when it comes to the blade, I just really don't care for the two-tone, except in the Scarab. This one just does it for me. And of course, this has the new Gen 3 action in here, that long throw action. Unlike the other Gen 3s, though, this one maintains the old school pocket clip with just the bent steel pocket clip and the old school glass breaker. This was, if I remember correctly, the first Gen 3 that came out. I believe this was the first one they announced. Whether it was the first one actually done or prototyped, I have no idea, but I believe this was the first one publicly announced out there. So very cool. 70-75 aluminum. Let's see more of that Microtech. I want to see that and the no blade play mechanism in every OTF that you offer. That's what we want to see. Everybody knows that, but that's what we want to see. Check out these two bad boys. All right, comment down below. What do you think? What do you think of this? What do you think of the sand coloration with all the dark stuff going on? Is it cool? Is it as cool as I think it is? I think it's cool. And also, what do you think of the Scarab 2? I've really warmed up to this new generation. I didn't love it when it first came out because it has such a chunky handle, and then the blade is relatively thinner. But after getting this guy here, I've really started to warm up to it. The Scarab has been a long-time favorite of mine in general, but the new Gen 3s just didn't quite do it for me when it first came out. But I think I've changed my opinion. What do you guys think? Comment down below. I'll catch you later. See you.